Today I'm at the Hallagan factory with fourth generation furniture manufacturers Walt and Steve Hallagan. Steve, tell us a little about the factory, then I'd love to take a tour.
Yeah, Jay, our great-grandfather founded this business in 1900 in Chinatowne, New York. We moved to Newark in 1913 and we've been here ever since. Our family has run this business for 4 generations. Walt and I are generation number 4. We currently employ 60 people here. We believe very strongly in American-made products. We buy as many fabrics as possible from America. We buy as much of our machinery and all of our other materials from America. In fact, Jay, what we like to do is combine our heritage and everything we've learned in the past with modern technique and technology. Okay? We take proven methods, proven design, and combine it. Let me give you an example. Okay, this is our fabric cutting machine over here. I like to start with the fabric because that's what everybody sees, and it's very important that it gets cut properly. What we do is we take our computer technology, come up with patterns that give us the highest yield, in other words, very little waste. Okay, and we use a cutter like this that takes pictures so that we can get precise cutting every time. That makes sure that your quality is very high and that the look of the furniture comes out the same every time. We are here in our wood cutting department. In the background here is our CNC wood cutter. This was one of the best investments we ever made. Actually, we bought it from Northwood, which is an American-made company in Louisville. We're in the frame making department now, and what we use is 7/8" engineered hardwood. It's been a fantastic new innovation for us. Here's a case of using modern technology and modern materials. Take a look at this right here. Here's an example of our puzzle joint. That's an extremely strong joint right there. It's with the precision of our CNC technology and with the engineered hardwood that we're able to do that. We've always made a really strong frame. Using new methods and technique, we've taken it one step further. Here's an example. You don't have a lot of joints, just one big picture frame. We use a lot of gluing, a lot of stapling, and corner bracing. This technology allows us to make a very precise and solid frame. This is an 8-way hand-tied chair. We've been 8-way hand-tying springs for 100 years. We continue to do it because we believe it is the finest seat spring system available. It's called 8-way hand-tied because there are 8 knots that are tied by hand to each spring, and that holds each spring in place. I want to point something out. You'll notice that there are 4 springs, 4 rows of springs, 1, 2, 3, 4. Many people will put just 3 rows of springs in, and we could do the same thing. We would simply take one out and spread the springs out. And we tried that in order to save costs, but we found that it didn't sit as comfortably. And so we decided to add that 4th spring. And fundamentally, we do believe if it's a choice between comfort and cost, we believe our customer would want us to add a little more to the comfort. So we've got the springs here. I want to just show you what is holding them in place. If you look at the bottom, you'll see steel bands running in both directions. Okay, this gives it a solid foundation. This sort of spring suspension will give you the longest lasting comfort available. Before I leave this, I want to just add one thing. You'll notice these are not coil springs, but there's an arc here that is going to catch the small of your back. Okay, we're in our filling department right now, and the work done here is done by our foaminators, which is a team of people which fill all of our backs and all of our seat cushions. I want to talk a little bit about our seat cushion. The seat cushion, before it goes into the final casing, looks like this, and you'll notice that it's covered in cloth, and that's very important because that will insulate the fabric from the roughness of the foam. All of our seat cushions look pretty much like this before they get put into the jacket. Now, as far as the foam and Dacron itself, this piece of polyfoam is the foundation of our seat. It's a premium product. It's made in America. It's a 2.3 pound per cubic foot density, which is at the top end of the density range. Many people will use 1.8 pounds per cubic foot or even less. So it's a high density product, layered in Dacron, and the Dacron gives you a nice crown and gives you a little bit of surface comfort. This is then inserted into this liner, so it will look like this, and then it'll go into the cushion jacket.
A cushion like this should give you support, great support when you first buy it, but because of the high density and the premium materials used, that comfort will last a long time. This is our manufacturing cell. We have put this team together of sewers and upholsterers. They work together to produce the product. They start with the sewers sewing all the sewing parts, and then they will work as a team to do the filling, and then they will upholster, and they will work together to produce this. We have found this is an excellent way to manufacture. We instituted this about 3 years ago, and we discovered that quality improves and we reduce waste.
Here's where it all comes together. Handcrafted quality furniture right here at the Hallagan showroom. Steve, thanks for the tour. Well, thank you. And look forward to having Hallagan Furniture at Chinatowne, the one big store in Solvay.